Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Weather dude. You gotta press the, yeah, there you go.
I accidentally hit decline. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Weather dude, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing, Tony?
I'm doing really good. It's so good to see you, weather dude. I suppose you're here to do the weather.
Of course.
Excellent. So we're gonna put the weather dude slide up and turn it right over to you, weather dude. Go right ahead.
All right, sure. Well, welcome everybody. This is the Weatherdude 7-day forecast. And going on into tomorrow, we have the highest point of the week with 59. Looking like it's going to rain with a 70% chance of rain. Pretty much the rest of the week is in the low 50s, except for Sunday with a 58. And me personally, I'm noticing it's not as rough as it's been with the past few weeks, but it's still definitely down there as far as temperature. So remember to dress warm and keep yourself safe as far as getting sick and stuff like that. And moving on into the motivational quote. This is by Anonymous, and this is one I use to help me get through the day. And sometimes I'll feel, beyond. All right, here we go. No rest is worth anything except for rest that is earned. And to me, that I'll be sitting near my bed, and I'll have stuff to do. It'll be 1 in the morning or whatever. And I'll say, did I really earn this rest? Like at the end of the day, did I go, wow, I really deserve to lay down right now. I have nothing to worry about. And if the answer is no, I'll get up and I'll go do whatever it is I have to do to make myself feel satisfied. I guess it's something that I work towards in my own way to get me to go to sleep down at night. But I really make sure that everything I need to be done is done, or all my worries, I have a plan to get them done early the next morning, or something like that. You really got to make sure you earn your rest. So that's a cool little motivation that I use to help me get by.
Could you repeat it again, weather dude, for us?
Sure. No rest is worth anything except the rest that is earned.
Oh, I'm still not getting it. It's not clicking with me.
Well, Tony, it's basically saying like no. To put it in simpler words.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't go to bed, or not go to bed necessarily, but you shouldn't allow yourself a reward such as rest unless you've really earned your spot.
Oh, I see. Got it.
Your ability to say, okay, it's time to go to sleep now. I've done everything.
I'm with you. Yeah, I do that to myself too a lot, actually.
It's good.
Yeah.
So what's going on though?
Well, weather dude, we had an election last night. Mayor
I heard.
Bill de Blasio is our mayor, a new mayor, and of course Banksy's been going around putting balloons up and stuff, and there's some other issues. But I think people are kind of, I've been trying to touch on this pre-K because one of Mayor Bill de Blasio's big campaign promises was that for people who earn more than $500,000 a year, he was going to tax them so that he can then fund mandatory pre-K for all New York City children as a way to help bring children aged 0 to 21, 30% of whom live in poverty in New York City, as a way to sustainably bring them out of poverty. And so a gentleman called saying that, pre-K in this city is really just going to amount to warehousing children and feeding them twice a day or once a day. It's not really going to do educational stuff for them. So I'm still looking for a caller who makes more than $500,000 a year, ladies and gentlemen, so you can tell us how you feel about paying for that, and or a mother who's got a child who qualifies, and see if you appreciate the what Bill de Blasio is doing.
Well, my input, Tony, I can't speak for some of the people who are getting taxed more, but as far as somebody who wouldn't be able to afford such daycare, like things such a program as a daycare for their kid. They have to take care of that kid at home, and what a public daycare system would do is allow some of those people maybe to, and this is a huge maybe, like maybe they'll be smart enough to take that extra time with the kid being in daycare to work more and try to pull themselves out of a situation where they could be able to afford a daycare. But really, it's just about getting the kid out of the house, I think, and I think that would help out more people than just it feeding the kids. Or it's not really about education at that point. It's more of helping out the parents, getting the kid out of the house for a certain amount of hours a day.
Understand. That's a good way to look at it.
Because at that age, I do agree with the caller. You're not really learning anything in pre-K. Maybe like certain social skills or like development or thought process as far as like making macaroni puzzles or something. But I don't really see like you learning any mathematics or anything really like to learn, but it's really just about, I think, taking care of the kid for a certain amount of hours a day would have the largest benefit to that class of people, as far as that program goes.
Got it.
But I can't speak because I'm not one of those people getting taxed. I don't like live there anyways. So maybe it's like a huge deal. Maybe they wouldn't want to pay for it. So I don't know where I would stand if I were someone like that. Got it.
Well, Weatherdude, we won't keep you. We thank you very much. I only have another couple minutes here, then I'm going to play the radio song, so I don't know if you want to stay tuned for that. You're more than welcome to. But again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to call 212-757-1541, you can talk to Weatherdude for a second. He's here. No one ever gets to talk to Weatherdude. And there's me, who I've got the sore throat. And if you want to say something to Mr. Bill de Blasio, I'm sure they're scanning all the shows. They even scanned this one because we talk about New York stuff and we reach so many New Yorkers. So, have your say. If you want to call in, please feel free to. That's it, Weatherdude. Have you ever seen Bruno Mars's video? It's called Gorilla.
No, I haven't, and I don't personally like that song too much. Just I think it's kind of what's the point of this song? I think it sounds like a lot of his other songs. I do see how it's very catchy, and I think it's kind of like we're making love like gorillas. That's the whole thing, right? Right?
No, I had that thought, but I put it out of my mind. I actually just I think he's very explicit in how he talks about lovemaking, though. I mean, I really haven't heard someone say so it's explicit stuff in lyrics before, in a way that's kind of, they always draw a metaphor, but this guy's really very direct with his metaphors.
I guess so. I mean, if it sounds catchy, regardless of what he's saying, but I personally don't see I don't see it as one of his better songs.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not going to call, you guys I'm going to give you another 30 seconds to call in. 212-757-1541. Call or you're on the air. Hello? Hello? There's no one there. So you guys, there's no one out there that makes over $500,000 a year in our audience. Come on, there's got to be one person out there. Hello?
No.
No. Someone out there makes over $500,000. If you make over $500,000 a year, could you call in, please? Another 30 seconds. 212-757-1541. You can even pretend you make over $500,000 a year if you want.
Well, hypothetically speaking, Tony, would you want? Do you know how much the tax is?
No, I don't.
Well, so that's how can you say the hypothetical thing then?
Well, it's because that's what he said. He said he's going to tax them to pay for it. So, to pay for a program like that is going to be a couple $100 million. You got to feed all these kids and bus them places and take them to school and provide shelter. I'm assuming they're going to do it right. So, they're going to at least increase a percentage point of people's taxes, I could imagine, to pay for this.
It's true.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to the video because you're not calling because you don't care, but that's okay. Mr. Caller, we thank you because you actually had a very deep thought on it, and I think it wrapped it up for all the other callers. We'll play it tomorrow on our website, so check that out. In the meantime, let's play the #2 radio song in the USA, Bruno Mars' Gorilla. And Weatherdude, thanks so much for joining us. You can hang there if you want, or...
No problem, Tony.
Okay, my friend.